Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to talk about some terrible cover songs. We all know and praise some of the best covers like Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Wanna Have Fun and Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You. But a wise man once said, some things should be left alone. Some songs aren't meant to be covered as they're the ones we're going to talk about today in this video. And warning, some of your favorites may appear in this video. Also, if you have any suggestions on other bad cover songs, put them in the comments below. I plan on doing a part 2 in this series, so without further ado, let's take a look at some terrible song covers. Before we begin, if you want to see music bios or more good videos like this, hit the subscribe button. And without further ado, on to our feature presentation. And we're going to start off with the big one. Now, I don't think Taylor Swift is a bad artist. My biggie issues is with her is that she needs to cut the crap when she wins awards, acting like she didn't expect to win and give the same speeches over and over. Other than that, and her brainwashed Swifties, it is what it is with T Swift. In 2018, Taylor recorded September, which covers the classic Earth, Wind & Fire song. What makes Earth, Wind & Fire's version fire is that the song had soul, and as much music Taylor Swift has put out in her career, that's one thing she doesn't have. She doesn't come close to matching the energy the late Maurice White had on this song. Now, I hate to use this analogy, but don't you hate it when black people don't season their chicken before they put it in the egg wash, then the flour, then the grease? That's basically what this version is. It took all the seasoning away from Earth, Wind & Fire, and this cover comes out as bland. After releasing this cover, Taylor received backlash from the black community, none harder than Brother Leonard, who gave her the dubious honor of Donkey of the Day. So Taylor, my moral of the story is, don't try that again. If you don't know who Jessica Simpson is, she was a pop singer who came out around the peak of Britney Spears, hence giving her the label of a Britney clone. Jessica Simpson is an interesting artist, and I plan on doing a bio on her sometime in the future. Anyway, in 2005, Jessica Simpson teamed up with the one person who outsmoked Snoop Dogg on the song These Boots Are Made for Walking, which is covering Nancy Sinatra, the daughter of Frank. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Now, there have been many covers of this song, and none have been the same, although Antonio Banderas' cover in Shrek 2 was fine. But Jessica Simpson's was probably the worst of the bunch. Let me mention that she promoted this song with the film Dukes of Hazzard, which she and Willie Nelson both star in, and the main criticism of this version is that it's over-sexualized. Even the content was changed. Sinatra's version talked about a cheating man, while Jessica Simpson's version talked about the point of view of her character Daisy Dukes. Then there's the production. I'm kinda hurt that this was produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, who wanted the song to have a country feel added to a hip-hop beat for mainstream appeal, but in the end, as I mentioned earlier, the song comes off as chasing Britney. And Jessica, is that what you really want? Really? These boots are made for walking. That's just what they did. I did it again. I played with your heart. And speaking of Britney clones, we gotta talk about Britney Spears herself. With Britney being the princess of pop, you should already know her impact in music. As for her cover songs, I would say her cover of You Got It All on her Oops I Did It Again album was performed well. I like the Jet song, and Britney version is fine. But on that same album, she covered the Rolling Stones classic I Can't Get No Satisfaction. Let me just say this, certain rock songs are meant to match bubblegum pop, and Dark Child did not get this message. If there is one redeeming factor, was her 2000 VMA performance of this song where she wore her iconic flesh-colored outfit. I'll say that much and nothing else. They call me Little P, I represent the CP3. Cali, you heard me straight from New Orleans. In the early 2000s, there was an era of kid rappers which included Lil Bow Wow, Aaron Carter, and Lil Romeo. Now, I don't think Romeo is a terrible rapper, but there are times when his songs come out as amateurish at best. Example being his cover of Parents Just Don't Understand, which covers DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. This cover was promoted with the Jimmy Neutron movie, and it serves as an update on the song as it features Nick Cannon and 3LW.
Come on, they don't understand. They don't understand.
Now you would think that with this updated version, it would come off as hip or fresh. But the Fresh Prince had way more fun and showed a ton of more personality than they did. Now Romeo isn't the worst part of the song, as that goes with Nick Cannon. We can all agree that Nick Cannon is not a good rapper, and during his verse, he began to push up on Keely Williams of 3LW. Let me also mention that Keely was about 15 and Nick Cannon was about 21 when this song came out. So yeah, that was a bit uncomfortable. If I had to choose, I'm choosing DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince and leave behind this forgettable cover. Next.
Are those people? Why are you flossing in my car? You trying to be cute, right? What are those girls doing in my car? And listen, if I find anything on the floor, anything, candy wrappers, you know what? Just bring it back, because I will not.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything.
For the final entry in this video, I want to talk about Guns N' Roses. And while I enjoyed Appetite for Destruction and Use Your Illusion 2, their statuses as legends are questioned as they only had 3 big albums. After the Use Your Illusion era, the band released the Spaghetti Incident album, and that album sucked. On the album, the band covered Since I Don't Have You, which was originally sung by the Skyliners. The big problem with this song is with the band's leader, Axl Rose. Now we all know Axl Rose has one of the most distinct voices in music, but his vocals in this song were all over the place, especially on the 3rd verse when he starts to shrill in his verse. As for the rest of the band, I could tell they seemed checked out as they didn't want to do this song, and their sparse appearances in the music video could tell this. You ever had the feeling that a band is at their end? This song, video, and album can atone to this. And on that note, that will conclude our terrible covers list. And like I said, I will do a part 2 in the future. Leave suggestions in the comments below on who should I cover. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.